60 kilogramos. Árbitro, José Bonet, de Puerto Rico. En la esquina, de Azerbaijan, Baku, Hurshid, TOJIBAEV.
So here we go then, Hurshid TOJIBAEV of, he's an Uzbek boxing for Azerbaijan. He's of course a lightweight, which is up to 60 kilograms. Now this young fella, 24 years of age, he's won 3 and lost 3. He got a silver medal in the Continental Championships and also got to the last 16 of the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. Now he's ranked number 20 with the World Series of Boxing. And here comes his Cuban opponent.
De Domadores de Cuba, Pablo VICENTE.
So Pablo VICENTE making his World Series of Boxing debut this evening at the age of 20. He, of course, is also on lightweight. And he's just seen his compadre Nunes win in the flyweight division. I must be saying to himself, well, if you did it, there's no reason why I can't either. And once again, a very confident-looking young fella. And for decades now, of course, the Cubans have been head and shoulders above everybody else in the world of boxing at this level. They turn out some cracking pros as well.
60 kilogramos. En la esquina de Azerbaijan, Baku, Hurshid TOJIBAEV.
So Hurshid TOJIBAEV, an Uzbek representing Azerbaijan.
De Domadores de Cuba, Pablo VICENTE.
And there's Pablo VICENTE. Now, interestingly, Cuba, by the way, have only got, well, I think they've got the smallest team in the World Series of Boxing. They've only got 2 boxers per weight, whereas everybody else appears to have 3. So a Puerto Rican referee. So round 1 of a scheduled 5 in the lightweight division. The Domadores against the Baku Fires. Well, just trying to sum up VICENTE early on here. Well, he certainly looks slick and talented. So we have a first-timer in VICENTE up against a man ranked number 20 with the World Series of Boxing. And, of course, it's awfully difficult for TOJIBAEV here to find a way to deal with this Cuban, who appears to have an answer to everything he tries. So far, anyway. The only question we haven't had answered so far is how well VICENTE takes a shot. And that answer, of course, is missing simply because we don't think that TOJIBAEV has done that so far. Well, we're approaching the last minute of round 1. And it looks to be a pretty reasonable start, this, I think, for VICENTE. Well, interestingly there, TOJIBAEV coming back at him. And from an Azerbaijan point of view, when you're in such a precarious position in the league table in Group B, this is an absolute nightmare of a match. Yep, first round over. So the best boxing nation in the world, Cuba. Have they won the first round with their lightweight? That's the question. Or has Hurshid TOJIBAEV managed to overturn that one? We'll see. Lovely right there through the middle from VICENTE. Well, a majority verdict there in favour of Pablo VICENTE.
Segundo round.
So round two of a schedule 5, and let's just see what TOJIBAEV can do here. He needs to test this Cuban's chin, doesn't he? Bit of reddening there above the left eye of TOJIBAEV. Nice right there for TOJIBAEV. And again. Now the population of Cuba, by the way, is about 11.3 million, and the population of Azerbaijan is 9.3 million. So a 2 million gap there between these two nations. So two relatively small nations then, with terrific sporting prowess. And then right over the top again for TOJIBAEV. So the Cuban population almost as big as it used to be in London alone. So last few seconds of round two, and this could be a round for TOJIBAEV. I'm not trying, of course, to preempt the judges, but that's how they may go. It certainly looked like it to me. So a bit of replay here. Don't forget there were plenty of right hands from TOJIBAEV in this particular round. That was a cracking shot. Well, I believe now that TOJIBAEV, who has tested the chin of VICENTE, realises this guy can take a shot. But, well, TOJIBAEV has had his best moments in a round where he took the fight to his opponent and landed punches, and indeed does win the second round. So 19 points apiece going into round 3. So TOJIBAEV may well have found the answer here to beating VICENTE. And of course the antidote from the Cuban should be, well, just don't let this guy near you. Stab out punches, of course, on the back foot. Make sure you don't take a forward step. Now, one thing I can definitely say about TOJIBAEV is he knows how to close that gap effectively. And TOJIBAEV, well, he knows all he needs to do here is repeat the work of the previous round. So, World Series of Boxing debut for Pablo VICENTE. Nice left hook there from TOJIBAEV. Decent right over the top from VICENTE. I indeed had TOJIBAEV a slight favourite coming into this, but as I said, you just simply can't write off the Cubans, can you? So we are, of course, in the lightweight division. Less than 45 seconds to go in this third round. 2 more after this, of course. And we may just see VICENTE relinquish this particular round as well. He hasn't been that effective. And once again, good gap closing there for TOJIBAEV. Well, there's the bell to end the third round. Now, where have they gone? If they go TOJIBAEV's way, I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised. You know, he looked like he deserved it, but we had to wait for their score. And no great successes there, I think, for VICENTE in round 3. Well, a majority verdict then to TOJIBAEV.
Seconds out, segundos fuera.
So a 1-point lead for TOJIBAEV with 2 to play, which means that VICENTE needs these next 2 rounds to secure victory. And tactically, I think there a mistake there from the Cuban, taking the fight to his opponent. Now, obviously, that's the kind of thing that Vicente wants to do, but I don't think it's going to work for him. All he'll do is run into trouble. He needs to try and win this one on the back foot. And forget not, there's only 3 people he needs to impress here, and they are sat at ringside. And of course, if the Cuban wins this round, it's all on the last. Don't forget, the Cubans are not unbeatable. They have lost 4 in their 40 contests so far, individually. Quite an incredible record when you think about it. Only 4 losses in 40 bouts. Well, this certainly looks like a better round, doesn't it, for Vicente? Well, a forearm smash there from Hurshid TOJIBAEV. Inside the last minute of round 4. Well, looks like Vicente has decided to get in, score, and get out again. And that's not a tactic, by the way, that I would argue with. If you can't stand in front of this man for too long, because he'll get you. Well, we're inside the last 10 seconds now. This, of course, is round 4. There's one more to go. Decent right there for TOJIBAEV. Took one right on the bell there from Vicente. Where have they gone? And don't forget, if Vicente does win this round, it's all on the final session. An absolutely crucial round. And we'll see the score very shortly.
Seconds out.
Well, a majority verdict there in favour of Pablo Vicente. 1 round to go, and it couldn't be closer.
Quinto round.
In fact, 2 of the judges have actually got TOJIBAEV in front. So a big round required here from Vicente. It looks like, well, that's a slip from him. It looks like Vicente is not going to have a successful debut here for the World Series of Boxing. Well, Pablo Vicente looks like he knows he needs a stoppage or knockout. And there's a cut! Yes, a cut over TOJIBAEV's forehead. Well, it's on the head there, and the blood, of course, running into the eye, but that shouldn't be much of a problem, although I've got to say, it has caused trouble in the past. Well, it's a nasty cut, and if the blood does, in fact, track into his eye, as I suspect it will, for a prolonged period, and there's not a great deal of time left in this, then the doctor may stop the bout in favour of Vicente, and that's all he can hope for. But here we go again now. This does not look good. 2 visits to the doctor in no time at all. The clock, of course, will stop while this occurs. It's all over. It's all over for TOJIBAEV. So a win for Pablo Vicente of Cuba. That is a huge upset for Azerbaijan. Well, there you go. You know, you can never write off the Cubans, as I've been saying. Well, I'm just trying to see where that damage occurred. And I'll be honest with you, I can't see it. Well, it could have been that. It must have been a clash of heads. It didn't look like a punch. The kind of cut caused by a punch. So terribly unfortunate for TOJIBAEV, which means they need to win the next 3 to have any chance of progressing, at least in 3rd spot. And don't forget, of course, the Cubans are going to be fielding the WSB number 1 in the light heavyweight division, and the WSB number 8 in our next contest in the welterweight division. Well, TOJIBAEV there just saying to Vicente, hey, I won that. You might have got the verdict, but I was the better man. So here we go then for the official verdict. And TOJIBAEV, got a feel for him. He doesn't like this one little bit. And since they will not go to the scorecards as a result of an injury, it's going to be a stoppage victory for Vicente. If the cut, of course, can be put down to deliberate headbutt by Pablo Vicente, then, you know, he could be DQ'd, could be disqualified. We'll see. They just had a look at the replays at ringside. So this one is up in the air. Here we go.
Juez 1, 47-48. Juez 2.
They got on the scorecards.
46-49.
And it'll be TOJIBAEV.
Juez 3, 49-46. El vencedor por votación dividida de Azerbaijan, Baku Fire.
So there you are, then the Baku Fires are back in it. They've got the win. It went to the scorecards. And, well, despite being badly cut and stopped in the last round with the cut, they got to the scorecards, and quite naturally, Hurshid TOJIBAEV was declared the winner, and rightly so. 1-1.